Welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. Today I am doing my July wrap-up. Sorry if you guys hear fans in the background. I live in Arizona. It is extremely hot right now. We're going through a major heat wave, so apologize for any kind of exterior noise that you might hear. So for the month of July, I read a total of 9 books, which was amazing because the month before that I wasn't really in the headspace for reading, and so I was really excited that I came back and read all of these books. I had a really good reading month. I enjoyed all of these books, so let's get to it. The first book that I read this month was The Shadows Between Us, and this is by Trisha Levenseller. I gave this book 5 stars. I felt like it was a really good read. It starts off with a lead character. Alessandra is her name, and she is the younger daughter, and she is kind of ignored by her dad, and so she grows up in kind of like a lifestyle where everything's about her older sister. And so when it comes time for her to be brought out into society, she has it in her mind that, you know, she is going to become she's got her sights set for the kingdom. She wants to marry the Shadow King and become the ruler, because she felt like she was stifled all of her life, and this is where she sees herself. She is a very great character as far as her morals go, and I really enjoyed watching this character's growth throughout the book. There was a lot of stuff that happened that tested her morals, and even though she was a very selfish person throughout most of the book, I think that the way that she grows and becomes, I really enjoyed seeing that in her and how she ended up. So highly recommend this book to anyone who wants a really enjoyable read with a little bit of romance thrown in there. The next book that I read, it was about the Trill. It was Switched, Torn, and Ascend by Amanda Hocking. This is the combination of all 3 books. I do have, so this is Switched, we have Torn, and the third book is Ascend. And these are about a gal named Wendy, and she is actually a changeling. And she grows up living a very different lifestyle in the human world. She doesn't know that she's a changeling. She feels that she's a very difficult child. Her mother actually tried to kill her when she was a baby, or when she was a young child, and ends up in a mental institution because she swears that Wendy's not her child. And so she finds out that she's this changeling, and not only is she a changeling, she's a very important changeling. And where she's from, they're at war, and so she's having to choose sides and figure out where she belongs in this new world. And yeah, it was a very great read. I believe I gave all 3 of these books, let's see here. Oh, okay, so I gave this book a 5 star, this one was a 5 star, and I believe I gave this one a 4 star. So I've read this series before, and I really enjoyed it then, and I still really enjoyed it now. So that was these guys. So to continue with Amanda Hocking, because I kind of read through a bunch of her books in the same world, the next series that I read was within the same world of the Trill, and it was Frostfire, Iced Kissed, and the Crystal Kingdom. And this is about a tracker troll, which, if you've read the first series, that you understand what trackers are. They actually go out and find the changelings and bring them back into the troll society, into the troll society to reintegrate them and things like that. And Bryn is actually a tracker. She's a very good tracker, and she deals with all of these hardships and the fact that she belongs to, her mom's from one type of troll and her dad is from another, which is a big no-no in their society. So she's looked down upon because she's kind of like a hybrid, or she's a mixed race. And so people don't look at her very kindly. She gets sucked into actually helping out with her mother's kingdom and doing an investigation in that. And this series, even though I really enjoyed reading it, I felt like it was a little bit boring at certain times. Like, I felt like it really, really builds you up, and then it kind of peters out, and then it builds really, really good, and then it peters out a little bit. So, I mean, even though I still really, really enjoyed the series, I kind of got bored a lot throughout it, and I was just like, oh, just hurry up and get it over with from time to time. I did give, let's see here, I gave Frostfire a 4-star. I gave Iced Kissed a 4-star, and then The Crystal Kingdom, I gave it a 3-star. And it was just because of my own personal opinion about what I felt like the story should have done, or the route that it should have gone, rather than what it did. And but I still really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first time I read the series. So I don't know. I mean, sometimes your tastes change a little bit from time to time. So, and then the last 2 books that I read were from Amanda Hawking's new series that she's coming out. It's part of the troll world as well. And the first book is actually out now. The second book is coming out in a few weeks. And then the third book comes out in January, I believe, of 2021. But luckily I got my hands on some advanced reader copies of the first 2 books. I am dying to get my hands on the third book. I cannot wait to find out how this one ends. So the first one is The Lost City, and then the second one is The Morning Flower. And this is about Ola, and she is from the All-Might troll community, and she's a heavier set gal, which you don't normally see that in YA books. And I really, really enjoyed seeing a character that wasn't, you know, I mean, she's still a beautiful, beautiful woman, don't get me wrong, but she, you know, kind of has her flaws, which I really enjoy reading about characters that aren't 100% perfect. And she's got personality flaws. She's got, you know, she looks down on herself for the fact that she's a little bit of an Omite, because she finds out that she is a mixed race. She's not 100% Omite. And so, you know, she goes on this quest because she was found and raised by an innkeeper and his wife. And, well, actually, she was left at their inn. And so her whole life, she didn't know who her parents were. So then she goes on this quest to try and find out her heritage, who she is, where she's from. And it throws in a brand new tribe of trolls that we've never read about before. It's a very mysterious kingdom that they figured had gone extinct. And so she's finding out all of these new things about her, and the fact that, you know, she went from thinking that she wasn't very important, or she was kind of like the lowest of the lows, and she's actually finding out that, you know, she has an incredible history as far as where she's from and who her family is. And she has an amazing group of friends that are with her and helping her, and there's this budding romance between her and one of the guys in the story, and it's so, I don't know, it just sucks you in, and it just keeps you like solely intrigued. I do feel like the first book had a little bit of a slow start. I had to restart reading it, I think 3 times, but that's just because that's where my head was at. I was busy with things in my personal life, and so once I finally got into it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this book is amazing. But that's what these 2, I'm really, really excited to find out what Ola finds out in the third book about, you know, herself and this new tribe that they're finding, and she makes a friend in it that turns out to be someone special in her life, and that someone special has gone missing, and so she's been trying to find that person as well as find out, you know, who she is and everything, with like an amazing group of people that back her and support her. And it's just, it's such a good read, and I hope I've done it justice. I've like I said, I am biting at the bit to get the third book of the series because it is incredible. I did give both of these books 5-star, and I can't wait to get to the third one. So but that oh, and no, I read 10 books this month, not 9. Oh my gosh, hold on. The last book, oh, because I did participate in the reading rush, and so The Morning Flower was part of the reading rush, and Enchantée was part of the reading rush as well, and I did finish this one. I did finish it a little bit late as far as the reading rush goes, but I had read more than half of this by the end of the reading rush, so I still counted it. But this one is Enchantée by Gita Trellis. And this was a really good book. It actually was something completely different than what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be just all about gambling and gaming and just kind of like a boring situation. Or I didn't find, because that's like gambling and stuff is not something that I'm into. So I don't really, you know, when they talk about playing cards or doing this or doing that, I don't truly enjoy it all that much, but it was still a fabulous read. It didn't really, I mean, it sucked you in the whole magical realm and the struggles that she went through in her life. It was still a very good read. I gave this one 4 stars, and yeah, I truly enjoyed that book. So thank you so much for joining me on my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you know anyone that would enjoy my channels, please send them my way. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.